Here we go. Right, are you guys ready? Yeah? Everyone ready?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
ready.
Okay, all good. Okay.
Bitch in the car.
Right, here we go. Panther isn't here today, so we'll start without Panther. So it's just Dan and Marcus today. But hello, everyone, and welcome to the stream. Today we're going to be seeing who's in everyone's team. So who's in Dan's team, who's in Marcus's team, who's in Panther's team for the Season 8 of the APA Showdown League. You guys ready to reveal your teams?
Yeah, man. I'm
Yeah, man.
super excited.
It's gonna be a good season, guys. It's gonna be a good season. It's a new concept that it's been done before with with two teams, sort of like a league war type thing. But I think making it three is gonna be interesting. Civil War, as Marcus likes to call it.
Yeah. APA, was it Showdown Civil War? Is that this season?
Yep, Civil
Yeah.
War.
I
Season
like
eight.
the sound of it. So,
Yeah.
to start us off, we've got the three teams. We've got the meme team with Dan.
Yo ho ho.
Oh, is that your catchphrase?
Yo ho ho.
We've got the Beehive with Marticus. What's your catchphrase? And
Let's put some buzzing in the chat.
Buzz if you want to be on Team B.
Cool.
And last but not least, he's not here today, but we've got the Crazy Cats and Panthers. What would Panthers' thing be? Go on. Right, should we get into the picks?
Yeah, sure. So
First
I mean-
pick on Dan's team is...
oh yeah, I had the first pick. And it was a tough one. Obviously, lots of talented battlers in the league. Having the first pick of all of them, I had to go for. Obviously, I couldn't pick Panther because he's the worst anyway. But I wouldn't pick him. I think that the second best coach in the league is Hugo. So Hugo joins Dank Team Memes, and we're gonna do great things. Hugo, don't rip. Embrace the memes. And
Age is taken.
we'll do well. It's taken. Well, of course, look like a badge. It doesn't.
Yeah,
Meme pick.
have you had a look at Hugo's team? Have you seen what's on his team?
Yeah, so I mean, you look at it. He's got Kieran Black. Right.
You can't
So-
shove your nose up at that, can you?
Exactly. Like it's one of the best ones. I was pretty happy to be able to get that on my team, so I don't have to face it this season.
There you go. That's one of the reasons. Anything else to add?
I mean, yeah, it had. Looking at his team again, it was one that my team didn't have a very good matchup against, and all that combined with Hugo being hands down the best batter in the league, like it was an easy pick.
Easy pick. All right, moving on.
Yes, go on.
Okay. Next up, we have the Beehive, and his.
Yo.
Would you like? Do you want me to reveal it as you speak about it, or do you want me to just reveal it and say what it is?
You know what, man? You go ahead and reveal it, and I'll be talking about this guy right here. I think this guy is a really great battler. I think that he's me and him have had some conflictions in the past, but that's all to be put aside. He's gonna come over to our team. Tar Heel, the coach of the Charlotte Charizards, has been drafted to the Beehive, so I hope he is super hyped. His team is pretty good. He's got the Salamence, the Clefable, Maggot Aggron, Crocodile, Volcarona, who's just so nasty, Blastoise, Hitmonchan, Alakazam, Staraptor, and Credilli. So I'm super hyped to have Tar Heel on the team, and hopefully we can put in some work.
Nice speech. I like it. Nice.
Right.
Very nice. Moving on to Panthers' team. Panthers' first pick of this season, or not this season, for the coaches is Jock and the Dunfermline Loons. What do you want to say about
Yeah.
Jock?
I mean, it's interesting because I mean, picking arguably the worst batter in the league, thirds.
It shows
I
how big
mean-
balls you have.
Yeah, I think he's let's be honest, they're all mates in there, so he's just trying to not let him feel that bad. He doesn't want to let him be the last pick, So I think it's fair enough. Strategic pick.
Yeah.
And yeah,
He has got Mega Venusaur on his team as well. Very badass mum.
He's got a pretty fat team.
Yeah. He has.
Slow, but it's fat.
He'll do the work.
Yeah.
Moving on to Panthers' second pick of the coach draft, and that is going to be Banded Caterpie and the Buffalo Buzzwolds.
So I think we both got sniped a little bit here, didn't we, Marcus? I think we were both eyeing up Corey as a second round pick, weren't we? I know I was.
Yeah, I was definitely hoping that he would make it back to me.
Yeah.
But
Keep on
it just
jumping.
didn't happen. Panther had the same mindset that we did and went ahead and took him.
Yeah, I mean with the wheel, so it was a smart team. And Corey's team this year is pretty scary. I can't remember off the top of my head. I'm trying to get on Google Sheets.
Oh yeah, it's Rotom Wash, Tangrowth,
Yeah.
Tyranitar, Cresselia, Darmanitan, Mimikyu, Megastylix, Heracross, Tentacruel, and Porygon Z. So
That's actually just crazy. That's
definitely a scary team.
That is a strong ass team.
Now I will say that Corey, I'm not a big Megastylix fan, so I want to see how he does with Megastylix because I don't really care much for that Mega. But if anybody can do work with it, I think Corey can figure it out.
That's a fair point, yeah. Corey's
I think
a good
you'll be
player.
right.
Next we have the Beehive, and Marcus's second pick was Silver Smasher, and it's Floridan Typhlosions. What you got to say about Silver?
Silver. Okay, so Silver is he's an AC for me in WAF. He's always putting out really, really good ideas and giving me some creative choices to bring in every week. So, I thought, you know what, we're already kind of synchronizing a little bit in that league. So why not bring him over to my team on Showdown before anybody else grabs them? And that way they can't steal any ideas from my mindset from him. And I'm just super excited to have him on my team. His team is pretty nasty. He's got Coco, which is just such a beast. Weavile, which is another just incredible offensive foe for every team to have to face. Crobat, again, very, very good. Medicham, Mega Medicham, not regular Medicham, but Mega Medicham. Haxorus, Vaporeon, Cofagrigus, and no, it does not get Roost, unfortunately. Shuckle, Typhlosion, and Gastrodon. So a great, well-rounded team. I think he's going to do a lot of work with it. So much offense, but he has the bulk to cover some of the weaker areas.
Tahoe on point with these analyzations of the team. I love it.
Is that Silver's logo? I have no idea.
Yeah, Silver's got a new logo. Is that the noise you made a minute ago? You went, ah! Is that
It's exclamation mark.
I just heard it. I know. So where's that come from?
Couldn't resist.
Right, next up we have Dan's third overall pick, and second overall pick. And he has picked. Would you like to reveal?
Who did I pick? Remind me.
Me, you dingus.
Yeah, I mean, it's. I think you look at your record. I'm not going to big you up too much because you're right here. But you look at your record. It speaks for itself. You were best newcomer last season.
Yes.
And your team this season pretty nice. Mega Charizard X for Ferrothorn, Starmie, Umbreon, Gengar, Gliscor, Electros, Diancie, Mienshao, and Yanmega. You've literally got so much bulk there, combined with about 3 or 4 good sweepers in Yanmega, Mienshao, Gengar, and Mega Charizard. I think it's a good overall balanced team, and I didn't want to be facing that. I didn't want to be facing that core thing. So.
Are you sure it wasn't bias?
Nah. I don't like you. I would have wanted you on my team, man. that's how good your team was that it made me overcome that, the stain.
Okay, let's not talk about me anymore. Let's move on. Right, Dan's third overall pick this time. We have got.
So I had the wheel, and I knew I've never been in the league with this guy, but I've heard things, and I heard he does all right, and he's from probably the best place in the world, the good old UK. So Joe Battles, the coach of the Hamilton Torracats.
Wrong.
Oh,
wrong.
wrong. No, you're wrong.
Is
Wait,
it?
what? Yeah.
Is it?
Well,
that's Mego's team, isn't it?
that is Mego's team.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, Mego, you're on my team, bud. You're on my team. This is okay. So okay. Anyway, you look at Mego's team, and it is just pure fat. It is pure fat. So I see Mega Sableye, Milotic, Bronzong, Weezing, and then he's got the god that is Flygon in there. Honestly, the thing that I was thinking about when I was picking my members is in a 24-man. What the fuck was that?
Marcus, mate. What was that?
What? What happened?
Just fart.
No.
His team's fat, man. His team is fat, and with this, you're only gonna have like 2 or 3 wall breakers in a team because there's just not enough to go around. So I think the fatter the team, the better you're probably going to end up doing this season. Obviously, there's a lot of variables, but I think that was kind of what I was going for. And obviously, a lot of the new coaches I don't know much about. I've never seen a lot of them battle, so I did have to go based on the draft. And so I just looked at that team. I thought I don't want to be facing that. Like Excadrill doesn't do too well against that team, so I'm glad to have it on my side.
Nice. Yeah. Just so you know, Dan, these are the order I was giving him in.
Right. Okay. Right.
So you might have to wait for him to come up. Do you want me to reveal what they are?
I will have to wait. That's fine.
Mike's third overall pick is indeed the Nashville Infernates with Cloud Nimbus. What have you got to say about Cloud?
Cloud, gosh. Okay, so Cloud has been with the APA since season 1. He is known for bringing some crazy sets, known for bringing heat that catches his opponents off guard. He's able to draft a very, very solid team this go around with Jirachi, Lando Eye, which is the Sandforce Lando Eye, Conkeldor, Mega Blastoids, Alolan, Marowak, Gardevoir, Rotomo, Jajajigone, Licklicky, and Aerodactyl. So I'm excited to have Cloud join the Beehive. He is again an AC for me in the Wi-Fi APAs. So again, I wanted to go ahead and grab those guys up before anybody else is able to take them. And super stoked to have Cloud join my team.
Very nice, very nice. Moving on, we have got the Crazy Cats again with their third overall pick, and that pick is the Sacramento Nido Kings with Antonio. So what you got to say about his team? I'll say I've never seen him play before, so I don't know a lot about him.
Yeah, neither have I. But I mean, again, it's one of these things where you look at it and you just think Tapu Bulu, Arcanine, Azumarill, Nihilego, Buzzwole, Magnezone, Reuniclus, Mega Pidgeot, Cryogonal, and Golett. Like, there's not a bad mon on that team.
No.
There's not a bad mon on that team. You kind of wonder where his walls are. I mean, he's got Reuniclus and Cryogonal.
Yeah.
But Cryogonal obviously has got a lot of weaknesses. But an Arcanine obviously. But the overall bulk of his actual attackers in Azumarill, Tapu Bulu, they do well. They do well. Nice pivots. And Mega Pidgeot, I think, is probably one of the most underrated Megas in my opinion, especially when you've got this support around it. So I think it's a pretty good pick. I think Panther knows more about Antonio as a battler than either of us do. Right?
Yeah, more than likely.
So it's like you look at his team and you can see reasons already why Panthers picked him up.
Indeed. Yeah. Okay, moving on to the fourth overall pick for the Crazy Cats is the New York Cosmogs and Phantom Base. So, a little bit about his team. What's he got? He has got dun.
It's Mega Diancie.
Go ahead.
Mega Diancie, Skarmory, Volcanion, Komodo, Decidueye, Gothitelle, Silvally, Drapion, and Electrode and Abalone.
Ah.
So, Marcus, you want to take it away? Talk about Tyler a bit?
Yeah. So I think Tyler's a very consistent battler. I think I've played a couple seasons with him. Had a few chances to battle him once or twice, and I think he's a great battler. I think he's got a lot of strategy behind his team building. I think he knows what to bring every week to put up the best fight and give him the best chance of winning. In his team with Mega Diancie, Skarmory, Volcanion, Silvally, which is very universal in what it can bring every week. I think it's going to be a really great team for him to put in some work with.
Very nice.
Definitely. I'm just gonna jump in quickly. Everyone's talking about kind of what round they were picked in, and the reason that there's a bit of confusion with who I thought was coming up and the layout is because this is actually not the draft order. This is not the draft order. A couple of them are in the correct order, but these were randomized just to mix it up a little bit. It's in no particular order, guys. What round you're drafted in. If you want to know, you can ask your coach,
your
team leader. later on. But yeah, just clear that up because I know you guys are all chatting away in there.
All right.
On to the next one.
Moving on to the next pick. Back to the Beehive. We've got Miticus's 4th overall pick, and he has picked the Dylan with the Adelaide Bolt Strikers. Adelaide. Sorry. Adelaide.
He did that yesterday.
So here's the thing with Dylan. I don't really know much about Dylan, but I've always heard good things. He's only been in the APA 1 season prior to this, and he put up a pretty decent fight. And I didn't know a lot of the remaining coaches that were left on the table. So I knew that he was going to be consistent. I knew that I could depend on him to give me some points every week. And his team, I thought, was very, very good. Let me just tell you what it is. It's Orlando T, Scizor, Keldeo, Gigalith, Mega Charizard, X, I believe, or no, Y. It's Charizard Y. Kamola, Lantern, Aromatisse, Guzzlord, and Amoonguss. So I think it's a very, very good team, and I'm excited about Dylan joining the Beehive.
Very nice. Moving on to Dan's 4th overall pick. He has picked the Louisville Lugias with Envenat. How do you say it? Envenat.
I think it's Innovate.
Innovate. Okay.
Or Enova YouTube. We're not really sure. But yeah, again, one of these things where you look at his team, and there's one Mon on there, right, that just stands out to me. I mean, you've got some decent Mons on there. Zygarde 50%, Togekiss, Breloom, Chandelure, Jolteon, Azelf, Mega Aerodactyl, Bishop, like a solid team. But there's one guy, right? There's one guy.
Togekiss, right? Togekiss?
No. There's one guy that I haven't mentioned that just is the killer of men, the destroyer of dreams, the shell smashing ultimate beast that is Cloyster. That I knew I didn't want to face. I knew I didn't want to face a Cloyster because I know what it can do, and I know if Innovate, I'm sure Innovate knows how to use it. But you know, if he thinks Cloyster needs a little bit of a boost, he can come talk to me, and I'll just give it that little bit of loving, tender care that only I know how to give to really kick him up to the next level. And I just I'm not gonna get too deep.
Jesus Christ, he's writing a sonnet for him, a little bit serenade.
But it's a good team overall, and Cloyster's a fucking boss. So happy to have Innovate on the team again. Don't know how he is the battler.
Look forward to seeing him.
So the season will tell.
Nice. Moving on.
Yeah, my will pick.
Your will pick was indeed Kyle and the Province.
Providence Restaurants.
Yeah.
So I don't have Kyle's in the chat here. Kyle, you in the chat, man? No, whatever. It's cool. But Kyle is a good pal. Kyle's a good guy. We like him a lot, don't we, Tom?
Yeah, nice guy.
Even if he does get a little bit rapey sometimes.
Oh dear.
Who isn't?
Oh dear.
Who isn't? But Kyle's I say consistent about that. Last season in APA, he didn't show what he could really do until sort of the end of the season, where he did pick it up. But this is a guy who was in a championship final. He's in an APA championship final. So he's got the ability, and he's in the P4G.
As I say, if you didn't know,
he's in the P4G, which he does like to keep quiet. He's a modest guy. I will out him right now. He's in P4G. So
he's here right now.
He's a good guy. Is it? I love it when I don't get that. And again, you look at his team: Manaphy, Galvantula, Alolan Ninetales, Mega Tyranitar. You fucking little shit. Which I really wanted. Anyway, Delmise, Zygarde 10%, Sigilyph, Lycanroc Day, Toxicroak, and Alolan Sandslash. So he's got that Slush Rush core in there as well. He's got 2 lots of weather. I just realised. But yeah, let's say Kyle. We all know what he can do. We all know what he can do, and I'm happy to have him on the squad.
All right, moving on to Miticus's 5th overall pick. We have got the Bellevue Farfetch'd.
Yeah, the Bellevue Farfetch'd.
Okay.
And our boy Chewy. Dude, I love Chewy. Chewy's such an awesome guy. You sit there and you see him at the end of the battle. No matter what happens, no matter what the result is, he is always going to be the guy who doesn't hang his head down. He's always going to tell you a good game. He's always going to just be as respectful as possible, and you cannot help but to want a guy like that representing your team. So I'm super stoked to have Chewy joining the Beehive. I know Chewy's going to do an awesome job for us this season, and I cannot wait until the season starts, so he can show everybody what he can do.
I'm looking at his team now, and it goes back to what I was saying earlier about the idea of bulky teams being very prominent this year.
Yeah, he's got a very bulky team.
Mega Slowbro, Blissey, Donphan, Mandibuzz, Regice.
Yeah.
He's got some solid defensive Pokemon there. And then you add in the likes of Kartana, Blaziken, and Tyrantrum. They're just going to rip holes. They're going to rip holes. And
if anybody tries to set up on him, then he's got Did It or Throw It.
Exactly. It's actually a really cool team, and I'm actually really excited to see how he uses it. So big up Chewy. Big up Chewy.
Yeah. Very cool.
Very cool. Right, moving on. We have got Panther. Panther's 5th overall pick was Matrix and the Carolina Lycan Rocks. Who's got any team? He has got... Where is he?
I've got him here if you want.
Yeah, I can't find him. There it is.
Okay. He's got the Celesteela, the Scolipede, Primarina, Alolan Muck, Mega Garchomp, Meloetta, Sceptile, Togetic, Hitmonlee, and Rapidash.
Oh. Any thoughts on why Panther may have picked him?
I mean, I think Matrix and Panther are in another league. I think they're in TOL or something. So Panther again probably knows more about his battling style than we do.
Yeah.
So I think Matrix, he again, it's for him to go in the round that he did.
Yeah.
I think he's got something about him, and the bulky team again with Celesteela is just a problem for a lot of people to deal with. Meloetta, obviously one of the bulkiest special mons going. Togetic with an Eviolite obviously does its job. I think the rest of his team is really interesting.
Yeah.
Like ones like Hitmonlee and Rapidash, which I mean you see Hitmonlee. I've never seen Rapidash used in League 4.
No.
I've never seen it. I'm not in a lot of leagues, but I've never seen it. So I'm keen to see how he uses it, as well as regular Sceptile, as well. But he's got the Scolipede, which is always makes teams much more difficult to deal with. So it'll be interesting to see how he uses it.
Very nice. On to the will pick for Panther. He had Beazle and the Indianapolis Calabians. Oh, that's a mouthful.
Do what?
Is it Calabians? Calabians? I can't. I'm not fluent in Pokemon.
That was not good.
I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, Beazle. Do you know anything about Beazle, Marcus? Do you know?
I knew that with my draft, I didn't have any hazard removers, and he has a ton of hazard setters, so I really wanted him on my team.
Yeah.
But that did not happen. But no, I don't know much about Beazle. I think I actually beat him to get into the playoffs.
Oh.
Last season.
Oh yeah, because I took over Sarah's team, didn't he?
He did.
Yeah.
Did he rescue them as well?
He made some decent changes to actually make him relevant to the rest of the league. So, not too bad. But yeah, I was really hoping to get him on my team. Just wasn't meant to be.
There we go. Right, Marcus, you want to go on to your was it 7th pick? 6th pick.
Yep, you show me who I picked, and I'll tell you what.
Willem, and the Dutch Diozen. I can't say it. It's too.
I don't see him on the layout. There he is. Hey, now it's official. The Dutch Diozen. Nobody mind Tom.
Oh, Gen 1er.
But yeah, so I don't know anything about Willem except for that he likes to troll Panther, so that makes him a friend of mine.
Yeah, that was a bad snipe.
So yeah, welcome to the team, Willem. Let's go over your team real quick if I can pull it up. Okay, so we've got the Sylveon, the Dragonite, which is already just kind of hype right there. Nidoking, Mega Gallade, that could be interesting. Snorlax, Metagross, so you got a really nice Dragon Fairy Steel. Persian, the Alola form, Turcoil. Hey guys, my name's Tom.
What's going on with everything? What's going on, guys?
Venusaur, and Lavani. Actually, I've never known how to pronounce that one, so Livani, yeah. So
Yeah,
that is his team, and I welcome him to the Beehive.
Oh, brilliant. Oh, incredible.
Here we go. Moving on, Dan. Your second to last pick was the Chippenham Chestnuts with Joe.
Chippenham Chestnuts. So, as I was saying earlier, Joe was actually my second pick. I've heard that he's a good battler, and you literally look at his team. Tapu Fini, Hydreigon, and Klefki completes his Fairy Dragon Steel Core, as well as Tapu Fini being as part of his Grass Fire Water. He's got Tapu Fini, Roserade, and where's his fire type? Fire type. Oh no, fire type. Okay, interesting. Oh no, Pyro. He's got Pyro. Never mind. He's got Pyro. And a Mega Pinsir, which is obviously one of the best Megas around. It's an absolute monster in League format because if you can let it set up, then it's an issue.
Yeah.
Roserade, obviously, very, very good, strong mon. Horlucha, one of the best sweepers around also. And Klefki is just fucking annoying. So, a really nice team. Again, it's another team that I didn't want to be going up against. So I was really glad to get him on my side. And yeah, welcome to the team, Joe, from the UK. Building that UK squad.
Right, on to the last three picks for each team. Obviously, they're not the last ones, they're in random orders, but last pick is the Kurt and the Winnipeg Blue Blastoise for Dan.
Yes, again, like Kyle, Kurt is a good pal. And again, another guy that has been in a championship final. Beat me to get there. But again, he's done really well. He's not reached those heights in regular seasons, but it's about time for him to swing back full circle and go in hard this season. You look at his team: Victini, Mamoswine, Tangela.
Oh.
It wasn't a Mungus, where he traded it for a Tangela. Don't ask why. The Registeel, which we've seen him use well time and time before. Gudra, Fat Dragon, Hitmontop, Mantine, Ribombi, Linoon, the God Raccoon type thing. I'm not even sure what it is. So again, a really, really strong, bulky team that Kurt knows how to use well, with Autumn Sweepers in there, Victini and Mamoswine, which I think everyone knows is an awesome offensive core to have in draft league format. So I picked Kurt up again. He wasn't actually my last pick. I can't even remember who was at this point. Not that it matters. I literally all of these 8 coaches, including myself, I would rank probably with their draft teams. I'd rank them in the top 12. I'd say. I'd rank them in the top 12. They've all got awesome teams, and again, they all complement each other really, really nicely. With Hugo's Kieran Black, there's not a lot of Kieran Black answers.
No.
One of them is Tapu Fini, so to get them on both on the same team, it's those sort of things that I was looking to do with my draft, to get that team synergy going and help everyone out as much as possible. And hopefully, with this Chelsea Cloisters squad, we're gonna do things. The dank memes. We're gonna do shit.
Oh dear. Why am I on this team? Get me off, Mike, because you got a spare spot.
Wait. I will trade you away.
Is that the moment that Kurt tried to drop Tangela or Amoongus, Dan was trying to drop Kurt.
I just went straight to the commission. Who wants Kurt? He just
dropped Amoongus for Tangela.
Out of interest, can you trade coaches?
We actually allowed ourselves to trade coaches, but nobody wanted to.
We'll talk about that after.
Okay, I'm down. Okay, next up, Mike's last pick, but not last pick, is the Liverpool Lanoons and Ryan.
Yes, I've never spoke to Ryan. I've never seen Ryan talk. I've never heard of anything that Ryan had to do in life, but I chose Ryan because I don't know, guys.
That's all right, good job.
He has a Mega Beedrill, so
that's true.
You can't go wrong with having a Mega Beedrill represent your team. You are the Beedrills, we are the Beehive, so Mega Beedrill, I like it. He's got Latias, he's got Swellow, Porygon 2, Whimsicott, Frostlass, Sharpedo, Magneton, and Rhyperior. So I think it's a very solid team.
Indeed.
And I don't know much about him. Hopefully he will surprise me.
Okay, awesome. That's your overall team review, Marcus.
I love my team.
Yeah?
I mean,
Happy?
yeah. So I think that we're going to do a lot of work, and I think we got a lot of people who are going to be able to maybe help some of the coaches like myself who might struggle typically, kind of support each other, because it's kind of like we're all assistant coaches of each other now. So we're definitely going to want to help each other prep for matches and get that extra step forward. And I think we had a good team for that.
Very nice, very nice. On to Panthers' last pick. He has the Baltimore Honchos and Deadbolt, if you hadn't guessed it already.
the last pick. See you later, Deadbolt, you prick.
Oh dear. He does not like Deadbolt.
No, I'm joking. It's all banner. He gives it out. He can take a bit back.
Yeah.
But, I mean, Noah's. Noah didn't do too well last season, if I remember correctly.
No, I don't think so. I think it done all right. Let me have a look. I'll get it out for you right now.
Thanks.
Not in that way. Calm down. Noah finished. He did finish 3-9.
3-9. So I think that is, again, like me. Not what we've come to expect from Noah. He's a much better battler than his record gives him credit for.
Definitely.
His team: Garchomp and Mega Gardevoir, straight away. Infernape, Porygon 2, Swellow, Whimsicott, Frostlash, Sharpedo, Magneton, and Rhyperior. So again, wait, that's not his team.
No, what's going on, mate? You're falling apart.
My eyes, man, my eyes. Garchomp, Mega Gardevoir, Thundurus Incarnate, Shaman, Greninja, Cobalion, Golbat, Claydol, Rampardos, and Heatmore. So, never seen Heatmore used. Be interesting.
Oh, Heatmore, yes. Long time.
Long time no see. But yeah, so I know Panther and Noah go on well. And as we said, Noah is typically a decent battler, but I'm sure this season won't be that well good for him.
This season you're fighting for something other than your own pride, so
exactly.
You're fighting for a team. You're repping the colours. Overall, I think Panther's pretty happy with his team, isn't he?
Well, I mean, yeah. Let's say so. Let's talk about how we wanted to these trades. So
yes.
We did say that. Didn't we? What did we say? We just said up until the draft stream, we can make trades.
Right. Yeah.
Trade coaches. They can be 1 coach for 1, 2 for 2, 3 for 3, that sort of thing. Try and balance it out. And you could have probably given us up until the end of the season to trade coaches, and we would not have made any.
Yeah.
There was none that we could agree on, because all of us were like, nah, like.
Yeah, we tried. I mean, we literally probably tried 7, 8 different rotations of combinations of trades, and it just one side wouldn't budge or the other side wouldn't budge.
Because exactly. Like one guy would be like, I want this guy from your team, and we'd be like, nah, like no way. There's no way I'm trading. and Panther, literally, whenever I went for anyone on Panther's team, Panther would be like, okay, fine, but I'll do it if you give me Hugo. And I'm like,
Hugo's the favourite.
Pick, you want me to give away? I'm like, no, not happening. He just wanted to complete ACC, I think. The gay squad.
It was really funny because like the first thing Panther says, like, everybody on my team, I'm willing to trade.
Yeah.
And, every
shit.
time he would say, well, how about this? He'd say, no. Well, how about this? I'm not trading him. Well, how about him? No, I'm not trading him either. I need him. It's like, you just said that everybody was up for grabs.
I think he just wanted to see what we'd offer. I was very happy with my team. I kind of kept quiet. I was very happy with my team. And along with having a lot of competent battlers and a lot of good squads, I've got a group of really nice lads.
Oh,
we're gonna pull together, and then we're gonna have a great time. I'm gonna make my Discord server now, lads. You'll get an invite coming soon, because I don't trust Marcus not to snoop. I'm joking.
Fair.
I'm joking. I'm gonna create one anyway, because I know Pat's got one. But anyway,
nobody on my team gets one.
Oh,
We're low budget. We don't get donations. We don't make it to playoffs, so we're kind of low on funds.
So, with the teams all wrapped up and who's on what team, I'm going to give you a sneak preview a preview of the schedule.
The schedule, which was the thing of much debate.
Yeah. I'm going to explain a little bit.
I created my new channel and I left.
Oh, there it is, guys.
Here's
Take
the
a
schedule.
quick print screen because there's the schedule.
Yeah, it took Marcus. How long, Marcus?
It took
His
me
whole
from,
work day.
Yeah, 9 a.m. yesterday until about 5 p.m.
Yeah, so take a little look, lads. And you can see the way we've done it. And the way let's talk about the way the season's going to work a little bit, I guess.
Yeah.
So we've got our 3 teams. You're either in the meme team, the Crazy Cats, or Beehive. And how each team works is basically
Wait, hold up.
Go on.
This guy's saying he's plays his own team week 2. That ain't good.
Oh,
Wait.
No, I will say this, guys. Throughout all this, there's bound to be at least one typo, and I have the key still, so I can go back and make the appropriate changes I need to. But you gotta understand that there's a lot of information right here in front of you, and it all goes back to a key that I basically just translated over to this. So I'll get it fixed if that's the case. You just let me know if there's something like that did occur, and let me know what week it is.
Oh, yeah, that's fine. We'll sort that later.
Yeah.
So this is a draft of the schedule, but yeah,
That's
we'll get
roughly
that
what it's
fixed.
going to be, yeah.
Yeah, we'll get that fixed. But yeah, so each team is basically its own little kind of mini division. Obviously, you play your 12 regular league games in the regular season, as always. And holy shit, Tom.
It's leaked.
Who?
Leaked.
Neat. And basically, how it will work is you have your own individual record, as you always do. But everyone's record contributes to your overall team/division record. And the team or division which has the most wins at the end of the season, at the end of the 12 games, will have 5 people from that team, 5 out of the 8 qualify for playoffs. The second place team will have 4 qualify for playoffs, and the third place team will have 3. So it'll be the top 3, top 4, top 5 from each division going into playoffs. That's a total of 12 people in playoffs. And so at this point, you're fighting. You're fighting for your own individual record and to get into a position to get into playoffs from your division, but as well as you want your team to have the best record so that there's a better chance of more of you getting into playoffs and more of you getting into more chance of your team being the overall winner at the end of it. And once playoff starts, it's the usual kind of playoff bracket. It's 12 teams, so 4 teams get a bye, I think, and it'll go from there up until there's 1v1, and there'll be one champion and 1 winning team crowned.
Yeah. Okay. So tell me this: what happens if when you do the dispersing out into each playoff position? How do you make sure that no teams play each other in that first round?
First round, basically with the top 4 getting a bye, it'll be the top 2 from the winning team and the top players from the other 2 teams getting a bye. That leaves 3 from the winning team, 3 from the second place team, and 2 from the last place team. And that basically means that you can put all those together without playing anyone on your own team. Yeah. Obviously, if 3 people if everyone from the winning, like one team wins and everyone from the other team loses, then you're gonna end up playing your own team, and that's something just unavoidable. We did discuss it, and there was a lot of debate about it, but this was the best way to go about it, just because again you're representing your team, but you obviously everyone wants to be the champion. In every league you guys will enter, you want to be the champion, and this time you wanted to be the champion, but you wanted to win it for your team. And if you have to knock out one of your own guys to get there, then so be it. And if as a coach, as a team manager, say I've got in the semi-final, I've got Hugo against Joe, then I know I've got at least one person in the final. And that's an awesome way to go about it. And and I know that I've got that big advantage going into it.
Could you see yourself using this format again next season?
So again,
could you see yourself using the Civil War next season?
I think it's a gimmick, isn't it? It's and I know Marcus, you've been running the APA all this time. You like to have a gimmick every so it's
like every other season we do something a little bit different. And this season it was the Civil War aspect. So next season you can kind of look forward to everything going back to your traditional tiered format of some sort. But we wanted something different. We wanted something new. Bring a little bit more excitement to Showdown because it had kind of gotten a little bit repetitive here recently, and so we wanted something that would hype up the coaches, and for us commissioners, we wanted something a little fresh too.
Okay, that's cool.
Definitely,
Cool.
Definitely.
Right, just before we finish, I'm just going to do one last recap of every team. We have the meme team with the Chelsea Cloisters, the Montreal Monfernos, the Gyarados Giants, the Hamilton Torricats, the Louisville Lugias, the Province Borussians, the Chippenham
Brusserins, man.
Brusserans,
There's no T in there.
the Chippenham Chestnuts, and the Winnipeg Blue Blastoise. On the Beehive, Miticus' team, he has himself, there's Charlotte Charizards, the Floridian Typhlosions, the Nashville Infernapes, the Adelaide Bolt Strikers, Bellevue, Farfetched,
Bellevue, man.
Bellevue, the Dutch Josen, Liverpool Loons, and on Panthers' team, he has himself, the Dunfermline Loons, the Buffalo Buzzwolds, the Sacramento Nido Kings, New York Cosmogs, Carolina Lycan Rocks, Indianapolis, Cabalions, and the Baltimore Hunch Crows.
Oh my god!
I can't read. It's just Americans, man. I can't. Oh dear. I don't know. Suicune, Suicine, it's all the same thing. Alright, I think that's it from us, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, any words, Marcus? Anything you need to say?
No, I'm just super excited for the season to kick off, and guys, we'll make sure the schedule is 100% accurate for you, and we'll get it posted on the Discord server as soon as we can.
Mm-hmm.
And we should have a fully working doc here shortly.
Very nice.
Fingers crossed.
Hopefully in the next 48 hours.
Yes, indeed. Indeed.
Right, I would like to thank everyone for coming and watching. Thank you very much for watching on YouTube as well. If you wanted to follow the APA on either YouTube or Twitter, I'll leave it in the chat for you now. And there we go. So you can keep up to date with everything. That's not spelled right. But you keep up to date with everything they're doing. And if you wanted to catch more streams, I'm here every Friday doing power rankings for the Wi-Fi League as well, and many more things to come from the APA. So, thank you very much for watching. I've been Tom, that's been Marcus and Dan. See you soon.